Hi friends, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really easy cardigan. It's only made out of a rectangle, and the stitches you need to know are really simple, so keep watching and I'll show you how to make this. Alright guys, so for this you're going to need the cotton DK weight yarn or any other similar yarn that's a size 3. You're also going to need a 6mm crochet hook. I couldn't find mine, so I'm using a 6.5, but the pattern calls for a 6mm crochet hook. You're also going to need a yarn needle and some scissors and some stitch markers. Alright guys, so here is my fancy chart. Don't laugh. Okay, so today I am doing the large and extra large, and this rectangle is going to be 30 inches long and then 32 inches tall. This is a flowy oversized cardigan, so if you want it to fit a little tighter on your body, you can go ahead and do the small and medium. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing this one, and I will leave the amount of chains that you need to do for the small / medium, and that one's gonna be 34 inches long and 32 inches tall. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead with the instructions for this one, but I'm also gonna put the instructions on the screen as I go for the other size. Okay, and I am actually going to do a small sample for you guys just to save time, but you should chain 132. Okay, so I'm gonna make my slip knot, and I'm going to make 28 chains, but you are going to do 132 for the large / XL size. And this design is super easy to make in any size that you want. For the length here, you can do any even number. All right, just make sure it's an even number. So I'm going to make my 28 stitches. You go ahead and make 132 or 120 if you're doing the smaller size, and I will see you back when you finish that. All right, so here I have my 28 stitches. Once you have the stitches that you need for your size, you're going to make a half double crochet on the second chain from the hook. Okay, so here's my second chain, and I'm going to make a half double crochet So that's all we're going to be doing for this first row. 1 half double crochet in each stitch across. So for the large and extra large, you should have 119 stitches. 131 stitches. And for the other sides, you should have 119 half double crochets by the end of this row, right? So I will see you back when you finish your half double crochets. All right, once you have your chain, for round 2, we are going to chain 4. Okay, and then we're going to turn our work and make a double crochet on this 3rd stitch here. So 1, 2, 3. And this is going to count as a double crochet and chain 1 space. Okay, after that we're going to chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in that next stitch. Okay, so chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in that next stitch. And that is what we're going to be doing all the way across here until we get to our last stitch. Okay, so here my last stitch should be in this last half double crochet here. Okay, so that should be looking something like that. And now we're going to start on our 3rd row. You guys, this is a really simple pattern. It's a 6-row repeat, but 2 of the rows are the same and 4 of the rows is the same stitch as well, and you will see what I mean by that. So once you get the hang of the first 6 rows, you should be ready to go and have this done in no time. Okay, so now I have my 2nd row finished and I'm going to start my 3rd row. So we're going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, this one's going to count as a double crochet and chain 1 space. So we're going to skip this chain 1 space and make a double crochet on the top of this double crochet from our previous round. Okay, so there's that, and now we're going to chain 1, skip this chain 1 space, make a double crochet on top of this double crochet from our previous round or row, I'm sorry. Chain 1, skip 1, get double crochet, chain 1, skip this chain 1 space, double crochet in the next. So you're basically placing the double crochets on top of our previous double crochet. Pretty simple. Chain 1, double crochet in the next. So continue to do that until you get to this point, and I will show you how to finish the third round. All right, so I'm almost ready to close this row. So when you get to this chain one space, you're just going to chain one, and we are going to make a double crochet on top of the third chain. Remember, we made 4 chains, and one of them counts as a chain one space, so we're going to make our last double crochet on top of the third chain here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, there you go. Okay, so there you go. Now we are going to round 4. Sorry, I keep calling it round. Row 4. So for row 4, we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and to make a double crochet all the way across. Including our chain 1 spaces. Pretty simple, just a half double crochet in every stitch across. Okay, here's our chain 1 spaces. Don't forget those, and these right here. So 1 half double crochet all the way across, and when you get to the end here, you're going to make 1 half double crochet inside this, and then a half double crochet on top of the chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when you get to this point, I will show you how I close this row. All right, guys, so here's my 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this part is really important because if you forget a stitch here, your row count will be off, and the next time you do the repeat for these, they won't be even. So make sure to count your stitches, and don't forget the stitch that goes inside this chain 1 space. So make a half double crochet inside, and our last one is going to be in this chain 3. Okay, so there it is. Now for row 5, going to chain 1 and make 1 half double crochet in each stitch across. So now after row 4, rows 5, 6, and 7 are going to be the same. Okay, you're just going to chain 1 turn and make 1 half double crochet in each stitch across. So continue to repeat that until you have 7 rows, and I will come back and show you how to continue. Okay guys, so this is how your first repeat should look like. So you have your first 2 rows here that are the same, and then 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 of half double crochets. Okay, and now you are just going, now you have the hang of this. You're just going to keep repeating the same pattern from row 2 to 7 all over again until you have let me see how many rows. Repeat the same pattern until you have 61 rows. And let's pretend this is my 61 row here. For the last 3 rows, for the last 3 rows of your cardigan, we want to mimic this this first 3 stitches here. So we're just going to repeat rows 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so here is a small sample of the rectangle. Obviously yours is going to be a lot bigger, so it should be 38 inches long and 32 inches tall. So when you have that length, we're just going to tie off here. Okay, and this is, you should end on the wrong side of your project. And you are going to fold it in half. Okay. So the length should be 16 inches now. Not the length, the length. So the length should be 16 inches for you, and you are going to just weave halfway, so 8 inches from the bottom, and then the 8 inches remaining is going to be your sleeve. You know, this looks a little weird because it's super tiny, but let's pretend this is 4 inches and this is 4 inches. Alright guys, so once you finish, like I showed you, halfway, I'm just going to place stitch markers on mine so that I can show you how it's going to look after after you seam the bottom halves of your cardigan. And I recommend using stitch markers yourself to place it halfway so you can know where to stitch. So let's pretend this is 16 inches long, and you just stitch the bottom 8 inches of your rectangle, and all you're going to do is turn it inside out. Okay. So as you can see, you're gonna go like this, and as you can see, the sleeves right here are open. And that's how your cardigan is made out of a rectangle. Okay, so you just fold it in half, seam the bottom 8 inches and leave the 8 inches on top open, and then you just pull that up, and that's going to, these are going to be your sleeves, and then you can just wear it. Okay, I hope this little sample helps you out. It's pretty easy once you get the repeats. You just keep going, and then after you have your rectangle, you fold it in half, seam the bottom 8 inches, and then you're done, you guys. Pretty simple. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the description box, in the comments, not the description box, leave your question in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next tutorial. Bye.